Yo, what up? It's your boy Genic 10 Goofy looking here, coming back at you with a different kind of video today. I can't use the front facing camera and then switch to my rear facing camera, so we're gonna do this, and I'm pretty sure the microphone input is on the other side, so hopefully it can hear me because it can't use these the microphone on my headphones. But what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be reviewing my motorcycle. So this is my motorcycle. I'm not going to show you the back, but this is my motorcycle. She is a Kawasaki 900 or Vulcan 900 Classic. As you can see, the sticker is Vulcan Classic. I'll show you the other side. This is 900. This is technically my, not that. It's technically my 18,493 mile review. I bought this bike 5 years ago with 35 miles on it. So yeah, most of those miles are mine. Practically all those miles are mine. When I bought it, I guess the guy bought it brand new, said he didn't have time for it and traded it in on a scooter. So this bike has some modifications to it and we're going to go over that. This bike is not sold with crash bar. We've got a Lindby crash bar on it. Just your normal, I forget what style that is. This is my dad's Harley Road King Memphis shade windshield here. So that's technically aftermarket. I also bought the highway pegs to put on the highway bar. We have some Viking saddlebags here. I really hated them when they were first bought, but you know, it's really convenient to be able to put something in there. And then I'll come right around to the other side of the bike. There's where it says 900. You can kind of see the 9 and the 0. There's where it says Kawasaki. And then I put a Corbin seat on this bike because the stock seat is a little not very good. I also added this Like a Dragon Sissy bar just so I have a bag that sits on this back seat. So overall, I bought this bike practically brand new. My thoughts on the bike, it is just an overall well-round bike. If you're getting into motorcycling and you want the look of a big cruiser and some performance, but not the price tag, and maybe you won't be afraid to drop it. Wow, I suck at filming. Maybe you won't be afraid to drop it. Vulcan 900 is perfect for you. The power delivery on this thing is smooth. You can't really get yourself in trouble on it. I think 0 to 60 is a pretty slow 6 seconds or 6.5 seconds. But it feels fast because it's fun to ride a slow bike fast. The transmission's usually pretty smooth. Every now and again mine likes to get temperamental and slip into a false neutral, so that's one thing that you have to keep in mind, but a false neutral isn't a super big deal. It's easy to get out of. It is a belt driven motorcycle, which I like. Less maintenance, unlike a chain, where a chain you pretty much have to do about every 300 miles. The belt you don't really have to touch, and the belt's usually good for about 30,000 miles before you even have to do anything to it. If I had any recommendations to the bike, I'd definitely say add a windshield or buy the 900 Classic LT that is going to come with saddlebags and come with a Vulcan windshield that's meant for the bike. It's also going to come with a studded seat if that's your thing. But all in all, I've taken this thing on 2,000 mile road trips. I've whipped this thing around town. It handles corners pretty well. I haven't scraped the floorboards yet, but I've been pretty close. And it's really all the bike you need. It'll take you all the way across the country. Maybe might need a little better seat, but not having cruise control kind of sucks. I will admit that. Not having a 6th gear kind of sucks. when you're on the highway and you just kind of want to not be shaken, because at about 75 miles an hour, you can kind of feel the vibrations through your feet when you're at the top of that fifth gear. I've had the bike personally in Mexico up to 110 miles an hour, again in Mexico. So it'll do it. Maybe not with my fat butt on there. But if you're smaller, it's still good for 2-up riding. It's got the passenger pegs right there. It is water cooled, so you only have to change one oil compartment, unlike some of the air cooled Harleys where you have 3 compartments. Single disc brake. I've went down on it once because I was being stupid. But other than that, power delivery is really smooth. Still runs up there with the big boys. You can definitely do 500 miles on a day on it. You're gonna hurt at the end of it, but you can do 500 miles on a day on it, and with some slight discomfort, unless your seat's completely wrong. Yeah, I love it. I do want a bigger bike, but I'm at 5 years of ownership, 5 years of riding, and all that fun jazz. So, yeah, there's that. But anyway, that's kind of my little 18,400 and some mile review of my Vulcan that I've had since Model 35. Again, 2015 Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Classic. And she's been very, very good to me. If you're looking at one and you want a cruiser and you it fits you, you won't regret buying this middleweight 900 cruiser, because it's honestly got everything you need. If you're going to be doing touring, yeah, absolutely get a touring frame bike. That's going to be built a lot more for the comfort and everything. Like, you're going to do 700, 800 mile days, absolutely get a touring bike. But if you just want to dick around town and take the occasional trip where you're riding about 400 miles a day, perfect bike. I promise. Anyway, this has been G-Nick. If you like the video, I probably won't do more like it, so don't subscribe for this. But anyway, hopefully you could hear this whole thing, and I'll figure that out later. And if you can't, you'll never know. Ha 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 ha. Bye.